Hey guys, so there comes a time in people's lives where, we see things that are just terrible, and in the past couple of years since I've started this channel, I've read articles of people doing some of the most heinous things to either animals or children, and I've outright said I want the person who perpetrated those things to go through and feel and suffer every bit as much as the person that they did it to, whether it be an animal or a child. I mean, I've read articles where a mother intentionally left their daughter in a burning building, about a man who was intentionally doing terrible things to dogs and cats. And it's stuff that makes your blood boil. And do I regret saying any of it? No, because no, I don't. Because I think those people, if hell does exist, those people have a special place in there. Um, but there's also moments like this where people are wishing harm upon someone simply because a character's skin color isn't dark enough. You see the contrast between actual heinous acts of whatever against animals, or I've read ones about nursing homes and how that hits me harder because I've worked in a nursing home. I still take care of an 86-year-old who has dementia, and hear about that kind of stuff in nursing homes, it gets my blood boiling, and I want to see indescribable things happening to that person who's doing it. The same pain that they're inflicting, I want to see it return to them. Because that's natural, because that's how humans are. But wanting harm to come to someone because a character's skin color isn't dark enough. So, Genshin Impact boycotters celebrate after thieves break into MiHoYo CEO's rental car. Deserved. We're also at that Park Place. So this is the boycott that started it. I say boycott because it's not actually a boycott. If you go to this person's Twitter account, it's basically saying, "Go free to play, queens." So you're still giving them time. I said in the video, the last video when I was talking about them, I was like, okay, well, you're still supporting them. That's like saying that you're going to boycott McDonald's, but then you still order it on Grubhub or DoorDash or something. It's like, well, I'm not going to give them the pleasure of me going to the restaurant, but you're still supporting them. Like Genshin, you don't have to pay money. Just playing for fucking 6 hours is still supporting them. So, but yeah, this is all stemming from the skin color is not dark enough. So here we have Doe and his passenger. His car was broken into. A laptop was stolen that belonged to his passenger. Fortunately, obviously, no one was hurt. It happened in California, which means this could have ended up a lot worse. This could have been a very different article saying that he had been stabbed or his passenger had been stabbed or something terrible. And the worst part is these people would have still celebrated it. They would have said, well, that's what you get for being racist. That's what you get for not having representation. You deserve everything you get. Because these people are miserable. Because these people can't understand or enjoy anything without being able to see themselves. When they don't take into account, well, we'll read more of that. So let's see some of these comments. Can the robber make the characters get melanin? Deserved. Oh my god, we're getting those Natlan changes. We won. An angel just performed a miracle, just performed miracles in front of us. And that's for not giving us proper representation. Old hag deserves it, methinks. Whoever you are, please fix Sumeru and Atlan. And then we have over here some more. Crying. Don't tell me somebody actually blackmailed him into giving the Natlan characters more melanin, because it's always fucking skin color to these people. Always. Damn, poor car. I don't condone it, but like, owned. Keep in mind, these are mostly children. Throw in some freaking mentally challenged adults who take this shit too seriously, who think that the safety of another human being is less important than the skin color of a fictional in-game character. Change the skin tone, Lamau. As long as it's not something that harms him and those around him directly, I approve it. Well, how do you know? Like I said, it was California. This could have ended up a lot differently. It was a situation that could have led to more. But these people don't care about that. We should make them know we are serious about the dark skin and boycott. You approve thievery? Do you think it's worth it just for pixels? Pixels? It's not pixels if it takes influence. Exactly. It's influence. It's not one for one. It takes influence from in real life cultures and whitewashes them. It's very harmful. Harmful to what? Your feelings? Because you're a miserable fucking person who can't play a game or enjoy it if you can't see yourself? That's the only thing that's harmful, is to your fucking feelings. Deserved, racist fuck. And also, this is just... Dear Traveler, thank you for your feedback. Please be kindly reminded that Genshin Impact is a work of fiction. It is not related to actual people, events, groups, or organizations. We do really hope for your understanding. But we have... Let me read some of this. Boycott. There has been a distant lack of darker skin tones represented in the game. Characters from these cultures are actively being heavily referenced, but are being whitewashed. This is especially noticeable and ever present in not only Sumeru and Natlan, but also in other nations. No. No. Look at what the other nations are influenced by. Mondstadt is influenced on Europe, Germany, Switzerland, stuff like that, so white people. Japan, Inazuma is based on Japan. Liyue is based on China. Fontaine is based on France, and apparently some England thrown in there. I mean, when I went there, I saw more France than anything, but from the dogs to what they eat to the architecture, I didn't see much of England thrown in there, but apparently it is. I don't know. And then we're gonna have Snezhnaya, which is based on Russia. So what other nations are you saying aren't getting representation? Or it's not noticeable? These practices not only misrepresent said culture, but also contribute to the ongoing marginalization and disrespect that is perpetrating colorism further in the media, causing even more harm than good to communities and individual groups, or groups of individuals who are part of them. Again, all it's doing is hurting the feelings of people who can't enjoy the game unless they can see themselves. These people never take into account that, sure, you can say skin color. Oh, the skin color is not being represented. But everything else is. Skin color is just one small piece of the greater picture here. Let's go to, as I've said before in another video, go to Inazuma, okay? The music, the architecture, the landscape, the customs, the food they eat, the fact that they have things from that culture, like the Grand Narukami Shrine, you have the priestesses, you have yokai. I mean, you have Oni running around, you've got freaking Kappa running around, you've got Kitsune running around. All of this is representative of the area they took inspiration from. When you go there, you hear the music, you see the food they eat, you see the architecture, and you know it's based on Japan. You go to Sumeru, sure, skin color, but then you look at the architecture, you hear the music, you see the food that they eat. the type of animals and creatures running around, the landscape, and you know that it's based on the Middle East. So they're picking the most minute, just the smallest thing, and saying, "Oh, because of that, there's no representation, and it's being whitewashed, and just the whole." They're taking inspiration from this and just completely. It's the smallest piece because the culture, the customs, the music that is playing in the game is all representative of these regions that they're taking inspiration from. You go to Liyue, again, based on China. You know that it's based on China, based on the architecture, the music, the customs that they have, the food that they eat. No character in the game looks like what they're supposed to. Do Inazumans, people from Inazuma, do they look like they're Japanese? No. Do the people in Liyue look like they're from China? No. It's an anime type game. They're all gonna look the same. You're gonna have some characters who are cooler looking than others, but other than that, they don't look like they're from where they're supposed to be from. It's a fucking game. This is a game that has waifus in it. You really expect them to take that kind of stuff? Like, oh yeah, we're proper representation. Come on, come on. But the fact that this and it hasn't just been with Dway either. Actually, hold on. Let me gotta bring it up because I don't remember what it was for. But uh, Griffin Byrne, right? Griffin, the dude who voices Child, he went to the hospital for something, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's well deserved because he made a joke or something that people didn't like." But hang on, I did a video about it when it happened. Let me bring it up. So this was the video, Toxic Genshin Impact community. So Griffin apparently got hit with grapefruit or something so hard that it kind of really messed him up. And they were like, oh, well, he deserved it because he had like a freaking picture or something with a black Roblox character and, you know, profile picture, and people were upset about it. And they're like, oh, it's well deserved. That's what you get for anti-blackness and being racist and blah, blah, blah. So basically them just spewing things out their ass because they're just unhappy individuals. But that was November 3rd, 2021. So here we are, August 2024, and you would think people would have grown up by now. And the fact that this person right here says we should let them know that we're serious about the dark sin, yeah, because people are going to take you real seriously when they see you celebrating the fact that someone's car got broken into, and that you're celebrating it because skin color on character isn't dark enough. They're really going to take you seriously when you're wishing harm upon someone because the skin color isn't dark enough for a fake character. Yeah, they're going to really take you seriously. Really, they're going to look at that and say, well, this person is wishing harm upon someone because the skin color isn't dark enough. Yeah, I can see their way of thinking. I agree with it. Boycott Genshin Impact. No, they're gonna look at you. They're gonna say you're fucking stupid, and then you need to grow the fuck up, because no one in their right mind who is sane or mature is going to see an event and say, "Oh, well, I'm glad that happened because the person didn't make skin colors dark enough." I don't even know where this one fucking comes from. Probably, again, it's a game, like an anime style game. So you're gonna have characters who are little teeny tiny little peoples, and they're gonna look like kids, even though they're like 500 years old, just like every other anime ever. I don't know what the people's fucking problem is here. Yeah, is it weird? Sure, but every other fucking anime does it. Every anime does it. You always have those little tiny characters who look like kids who are actually like 1,000-year-old dragon gods or fucking 300-year-old demons or whatever. So, again, most of these are fucking kids. If you go to the change.org petition and watch the videos down there, they're all kids. They're all fucking kids. They don't know how to boycott. Clearly, they don't know how to boycott. They think that just going free to play is gonna change anything, and they're really fucking stupid if they think that celebrating something bad happening to someone is gonna make other people join in. Oh yeah, he got what he deserved. No, grow the fuck up. These boycotters are truly are inhuman, sick freaks. Uh huh. Wanting to feel seen in movies, TV, or games is terrible and frankly narcissistic way to consume entertainment. They are meant to entertain you, not validate you. Has anyone noticed that the people who scream racism turn out to be the biggest racists themselves? Yeah, that's usually how it is. You know, they'll say, oh, yeah, well, this is a side of love and tolerance, and racism has no place here. Until, say, you're a black guy who doesn't vote the same way they do or think the same way they do, then they call you all sorts of racial slurs. That's just who they are. If they were smarter, they would pretend to be sympathetic to show morality and rationality, but they instantly show their fanaticism and bias. Typical wokies. But it's against people on the wrong side of history. They are deserving of nothing but contempt and ruin. These people are the ultimate sociopaths in everything they do. Yeah. Again, imagine feeling no entertainment for something or in something unless you can see yourself in it. You know, people who say they can't enjoy, say, Lord of the Rings because they can't see themselves. Because apparently skin color is everything, not the morals of the characters or, you know, the trials and tribulations they go through. No, it boils down to skin color and stupid shit like their sexual identity and skin color and what they have between their legs. Not what makes them them, but just the superficial shit. And despite the fact that these regions do an amazing job of representing the cultures and everything that they're being inspired by, that's not enough for them. Instead, oh yeah, we understand that Liyue had Chinese opera and the architecture and the music and this all represents, but did they look Chinese? Sumeru, yeah, the music was amazing. It really made you feel like you were in the Middle East. The architecture, the landscape was really beautiful, but did they look like they were from the Middle East? These people are so miserable with their lives that they can't enjoy anything unless they can see themselves, unless they feel validated. And so they show who they truly are when something bad happens, and they instantly say, oh, well, that's what you get for being a racist, even though they're not being fucking racist. This is what you get for not having darker color characters. And again, if this man was to be shot or stabbed, that's what you get, you racist prick. That's what you get for not having representation in the game. Yeah, that'll get people on your side. Just showing how much of a miserable fuck you are. Again, we've all had moments where we wish terrible things to happen to people, and we still do. I mean, even now, I'll see something on Twitter, someone does something terrible to a dog or a cat or an elderly person, and I put that guillotine gif in there. It's like, hey, never too late to bring those back. But it's for heinous crimes. I would never wish death or harm upon someone because, oh no, they changed the character. And this goes for the other side too. People who wish death upon someone or harm upon someone because they took an established character and changed them. If you wish death or harm upon someone because of that, you're just as bad. You're just as bad. Anytime Disney or whatever comes out with a remake and they take an established character and make them gay or black or this or that, and then you go on Twitter and you start ranting and raving how, oh, I hope you die, you stupid motherfucker. Yeah, you're just as bad. You are just as bad. If you want someone to die or have harm come to them because they changed a fictional character, you're just as bad. But this is where we're at. 2024, and the side of love and tolerance. Side of love and tolerance. Can you just not feel that love? Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.